What's up, all sports fans? Everyone across the nation, this is another episode of Uneducated Sports Talk Live, where we break down our picks and predictions for Week 7 of the National Football League. Stay tuned. Let's roll with it. You guys know what time it is. Stay smart. Stay uneducated. Let's go. What's up, all sports fans? Everyone across the nation, this is Uneducated Sports Talk. I'm your host, Carlos Clayton, and this is the lovely PJ. We are in the building once again, y'all. This is our Week 7 picks and predictions. Let's go. We will go game by game, give us our winners and our losers. You see on the screen right now what we have picked up for you guys. So we'll break down the reason why we have these as winners and losers of each game. And we'll go with our constants for each one. So, hope you guys are feeling well. Before we get started, man, don't forget to like and subscribe to Uneducated Sports Talk. Hit that thumbs up for your boy. It helps the stream out big time. Helps us out big time, no lie. Also, when you do subscribe, hit that notification bell. Hit that all button. That way you be notified every single time me and PJ go live, y'all. So, let's roll because 300 subscribers will equal someone getting $300. We're not lying, y'all. Someone's going to be our $300 winner. So let's get it, man. Go ahead and like and subscribe and support all the above, man. Thank y'all for all of the good things. We have 249 subscribers right now. Like I said, our goal is 300. Can we get it? I want to get it by Halloween, but it really doesn't matter, though. It's all well. It's all love around there. Let's get it. Week 6 was a really good week. Had a lot of really good games going on in Week 6. Matter of fact, check out our Week 6 record. It was 9-5 for our predictions. We did good. Now, mind you guys, there were some teams that were a part of the bye week. And now the bye started last week, and the byes continue on. So in Week 7 now, we have, I might be wrong, but we have the Cowboys, Vikings. We have the Jaguars missing in action as well. And 3 other teams that I cannot think of at this very, very, very moment. But we have 6 teams out of action right now for bye week. So that means only, what's that? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We got 13 games. Only 13 games for Week 7. So let's get to them, shall we? First game on the docket, y'all. Well, first, look at my overall record. We went 9-5 last week. We are 59-35 overall. So I'm feeling good about these picks and these predictions right now. 59-35. I'll take it in any league you play. I will take that. That's some good stuff right there, y'all. Some good stuff. 59-35 overall record. You can't beat that, man. PJ, let's get you right, girl. Let's get you right. Let's get you right. Matter of fact, can y'all see her? Let's see my girl. Yeah, there we go. Looking good. I'm 59-35, and PJ is still undefeated. She's still undefeated. No picks for her. She just, whoever wins is the winner. All right. Let's go to the first game of the docket, y'all. We have the Denver Broncos at the Cleveland Browns for our Thursday night football, which we will be doing live tomorrow, y'all. Broncos, Browns, tomorrow. We're doing that, y'all. Let's go. Sad part about this game is there will be no Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield is out. We have the Broncos win this game 17-16. I just don't know where the offense comes from. Kareem Hunt is out for a while now. Nick Chubb, maybe not plays. I think he does play in this game, maybe. Their backup quarterback, he's going to struggle in this game as well. The Broncos, they feast on these type of activities. They've lost 3 in a row. Browns have lost 2 in a row, so we have a combined 5-game losing streak combined for these teams. Something's got to give. No Baker Mayfield. Like I said, the running game will still be okay. Their O-line is still good, but I think the Broncos, this is a must-win for them for sure. The Browns, they're just hoping and praying that Baker does come back for week 8, if not week 9. Because this would have been a game prime if Baker was playing. This is a prime game for them to win, but I think this might be a letdown. Thursday night football, you only have 3 days to prepare, basically 2 days to prepare for these teams. Now, the Broncos don't have the scariest offense, let's be honest. They don't. But I think in this game, their run game, their running will be key in this game. I think the Broncos with a 2-headed attack with Melvin Gordon and also with Williams, the rookie, I think they'll have a great game this coming up Thursday. I like the fact that it's only a couple days to prepare, so both teams are still kind of banged up from Sunday. I think the Broncos take advantage of a Baker Mayfield-less Cleveland Browns. Broncos winners won 17-16, which we will call a mild upset. We won't say upset of the week because Baker's not playing. Now, Baker isn't the best quarterback, but there's a reason why you're a starter. There's a reason why you're a backup. So, the backup's coming in for the Browns. We'll find out what's going to go on with them. Broncos winners won 17-16. Our next game on the docket, the Tennessee Titans play host to the Kansas City Chiefs. And the Chiefs, boy, they are looking more and more human as this season goes along. I'm not going to say they struggled against Washington football team, but it was very hard to consistently go up and down for them and score touchdowns. The Chiefs had issues the whole entire game, especially in red zone area, and when they struggled it, now they have maybe no Travis Kelce in this game. The Titans with a huge win over the Bills on Monday Night Football. I think the momentum carries. Speaking of carrying, you give the ball to Derrick Henry, and I think he's going to run roughshod over this Kansas City defense in this particular game at home. Crowd wasn't on the schedule. You saw that? He said the Bills and Chiefs back-to-back. And the Titans are kind of worried, but now they got half of that out the way. A thrilling victory over the Bills, and I think the same thing will happen in this week. Titans get a thrilling victory over the Chiefs right now. Every time we have picked against the Chiefs so far this year, we have been right. So, every time we picked against them, only twice. That's the third time we picked against them. And I think that the Titans will come out with a 31-30 victory. Very close ball game, but I think opportunistic Titans defense will maybe force a pick or two by Pat Mahomes or some fumbles. And Derrick Henry, if they can play the time management game, time possession game, more Derrick Henry equals less Pat Mahomes. You know what I'm saying? The more Derrick Henry can carry that football, and look for him to have the ball at least 30 times in this game. At least 30 times in this game. We saw A.J. Brown kind of do his thing the second half of that Bills game, 91 yards in one half. So I think he'll come alive as well. We'll see Julio Jones' status for this game. I think it's not looking good. So look for a lot of Derrick Henry and a lot of A.J. Brown. And the Chiefs' defense have been poor. They got lucky by playing a Washington football team that isn't really known for its explosiveness on offense outside of Terry McLaurin. So I think they're going to find some real haymaker punches coming from the Titans in this game. Titans win 31-30. Next game, speaking of those Washington football teams, they will be on the road to face the Green Bay Packers. And the Packers right now are rolling 5-1. Since their first loss of the season in game 1, they won 5 in a row now. They're up. They'll win this one 28-14, in our opinion. I think Washington plays a little bit good defense on the Packers. It might be a close game going into halftime. But after halftime, I think Aaron Rodgers puts it on them. 28-14. I think a big run game from Aaron Jones is due right now. I think Aaron Jones goes over 100 yards. I think the Packers take care of the Washington football team. Although I say 20-14, it's going to be pretty relatively easy in my opinion. 28-14 will be the final score. The Packers will move on to 6-1, looking like one of the best teams in the NFC. We knew that already, but could they be the best? Not quite sure yet. We got a few more teams I'm thinking about that's probably better than the Packers in the NFC. All right, kick it to the AFC, y'all. The Bengals versus the Ravens, an AFC North matchup. This might be one of the best games of the Week 7. I'm predicting to be a really good game. We got the Ravens win this one 27-22. I really think they have found their good thing on offense. Found their go-to sets, their go-to moves, their go-to formations. I think Lamar Jackson, it feels like week after week after week he's progressing when it comes down. We all knew when the coach forced him to pass the football, Lamar Jackson could do it, and he did it. He looked damn good doing it as well. I like them beating the Bengals. The Bengals right now should be like 5-1. Let's be honest. Bengals have played pretty much every game close outside of that Bears game, and they still made it close in that Bears game. But I think the Bengals should have beat the Packers last week. You know, woulda, coulda, shoulda. They didn't. Ravens will win this one 27-22. They'll force turnovers, I believe. We saw that beatdown they put on the Chargers, and my mind is still boggling. It's messed up about that win. Like, how did the Chargers lay a straight up egg? 34-6. Is that more of the Chargers or the Ravens? The Ravens being that good or the Chargers were that bad? Combination of both for that particular game, but for the season wise, I think the Ravens are just now finding their stride. After I was kind of like, when they faced the Colts, just should have lost. But I think the Ravens squad, it's funny how, Jekyll and Hyde, pretty much from that midway to third quarter against the Colts so basically the last 6.5 quarters, man, this Ravens squad has looked dynamite. And when they continue that, we'll find out. I think they get this victory over a really game Cincinnati Bengals. Bengals are looking good, but I think they come down and lose this one and go to, I believe, are they 4-2 or are they 3-3 right now? I forgot the Bengals record, but they are doing so well right now. I really like this Bengals team. But the Ravens win this one 27-22. Our next game on the docket is going to be our upset of the week. Upset of the week, y'all. We have the New York Football Giants at home against the Carolina Panthers. We say the New York Giants win this one 24-20. And it's not necessarily the Panthers really being that bad of a team, but I think New York is due for a home win. I think this is the time to get it against a wounded Panthers squad, against a Panthers team that has lost 3 in a row, against a Panthers team that's kind of lost its edge now. It's going to be a defense battle, in my opinion. I think the Giants will get to Sam Darnold in this game. Might force some fumbles or a pick. I think the Giants at defense, for some reason, I got a feeling that the Giants will win this game by a score of 24-20. Daniel Jones gets enough from his guys. I think Sterling Shepard comes back as well. He does lose Tony for the week for an ankle injury, but I do think the Giants will find a way to beat this Panthers squad, and we're going with 24-20. Carolina right now, just like Robbie Anderson. What happened to Robbie Anderson? We know that DJ Moore doing the thing, but these guys had so many drops last week. So many drops. Lip Knox VR is in the building, y'all. What's up, man? Thanks for joining. Thanks for being a part of UST Nation, man. This has been great. Thank you for the love and support as well, man. My boy Lip Knox VR is in the building, y'all. 24-20. The Giants will have upset over the Panthers. That is our upset of the week, y'all. The New York Giants beating the Carolina Panthers. I think it will happen. Mark it, book it, let's go. All right, we have the Falcons at the Dolphins. You see that? We have the Dolphins winning this 30-27. I really do believe it will be a shootout in Miami. I think it will be a shootout. I think the Dolphins win this one 30-27. Dolphins have, they got some weapons. Can they use their weapons right? And I really think that the Dolphins, with their tight ends, are used. We saw a lot of that against Jacksonville for that game. We saw a lot of that, but I really think the Dolphins are going to utilize their tight ends a lot more against the Falcons team that is pretty much poor on defense. I think the Dolphins find a way to win this game 30-27. I'm going with a shootout. But Matt Ryan on the other side, if those guys, now they're on the road, if this was vice versa, it's one of those games, if Atlanta was at home, I would go with Atlanta. But Miami is the home team. And we'll see about that heat going on. We'll know about that temperature. But I do think that they will put it on Atlanta offensively wise. And that's what they'll stay in the game. That's what Atlanta does. They score a lot of points. But I think Dolphins win this one 30-27. Tua has a strong performance against this Falcons team. I think they finally get some decent run game as well. But in reality, I think it's going to be a Tua show in Miami. Dolphins win this one 30-27. Lip Knox VR says, I think Chris McCaffrey is at strong risk of being done for the season if they can't turn around these losses. You are right. But honestly, no matter what the record is, if he's due back by week 9, they'll still have a glimmer of hope. Whether they're 3-6 or 4-5 or 5-4, they will have a glimmer of hope. So I still think if they lose all the way to week 9, they'll go 3-6. I think Christian McCaffrey still comes back. So no need to worry about that. Now, if he was due back for week 11, week 12, week 13, and you struggle, then he's probably done for the year. You don't want to rush that. But since it's week 9, his return, worst case scenario, Panthers are 3-6 or 3-8, depending on that. 3-5, depending on the bye week where it comes in. So week 9 is when he's due back. I do believe he will play. We have not seen the last of Christian McCaffrey in the NFL for this season. I can almost guarantee that. Next game, we have an AFC East battle as the New York Jets take on the New England Patriots. Last time these two teams played, we predicted that the Jets would win, and I remember I said 21-19. Well, we were dead wrong. Matter of fact, the Patriots stumped a mud hole in the Jets. 4 interceptions on poor Zach Wilson in that game. I think the trend will continue. Maybe not so much 4 interceptions, but they will get to the young quarterback once again. I think the Patriots win this 23-13. The Jets just don't have any freaking offense, man. Jets don't have any offense. They just look horrendous. They look horrible. I can't name anyone on that Jet squad outside of Zach Wilson and Jay Crowder, and oh man, it's tough to even name guys on that team, even the running backs included. Who's on the Jets squad? No one knows. I think the Jets struggle against this Patriots defense, and the Patriots win 23-13. Another easy victory for Mac Jones against the Jets. Enough said about that. Our next game, we have the Philadelphia Eagles at the Las Vegas Raiders. We said this with John Gruden's incident. 2 things can happen for the Raiders. They will either thrive from this and look damn good doing this, or let this affect them negatively. And so I chose the negative route, and I'm actually a glass half full type of guy. I chose the negative route. I said that it was going to hurt them, but I thought the Broncos would get a cheap victory. No, the Raiders really surprised me, and the Raiders came out there and they balled their asses off in that win against the Broncos. I really think that it meant a lot more to them to get this victory than anything else. So I'm going to go ahead with that trend. They face a struggling Eagles offense coming into Las Vegas. I do think the Raiders go ahead and win this one 27-21. And the Raiders right now, if they can get a victory over here, they'll be looking good. The first 7 games of the season, and they'll be looking pretty damn good. They'll be if they can get this win, they'll be what is that, 5-2 right now? They're 4-2. So yeah, shout out to the Raiders if they win this game. But we got to win it 27-21. I think right now, Josh Jacobs, the last 2 games, has looked pretty good, in my opinion. Throughout his career, his rookie season started off great. Then he kind of cooled off badly. And then all of last year, he just wasn't himself. Injuries nagging. Well, I can tell now the last couple games, he does look healthy all of a sudden. I think Josh Jacobs pounds that ball against the Eagles, and then Derek Carr just takes shots to Henry Ruggs and company. Of course, Darren Waller's there. I think the Raiders in Las Vegas get this victory, 27-21. And the poor Eagles right now, offense is just atrocious. He said Drake going to have another big game. I'm going to say maybe. And the reason why maybe Josh Jacobs doesn't look as bad is because he's splitting carries now with Drake. I don't know, maybe he senses an urgency of, man, I can't lose my job because he was out and Peyton Barber looked good. And then they splitting carries with Kenyon Drake, and Drake has looked good the last 2 games as well as Josh Jacobs. So I like the fact that Jacobs, although the yards don't show, I can tell by the way he's running, he looks like he's determined to get some big yardage in there. So Raiders should win this one 27-21. All right, we have Looking for Revenge. Speaking of Drake, Nah, Jared Goff, that's an inside joke for my fantasy club. They know what I'm talking about. Jared Goff going against his former team, the Los Angeles Rams. Jared Goff is now a member of the Detroit Lions. And this game, boy, another one of those two-way streets. Jared Goff is either going to tear the house up against the Rams, against his former team, or the Rams are going to put a mud hole in Jared Goff, and Sean McVay is going to tell the world, see, this is why we do not want Jared Goff. That's going to be a crazy match with a lot of storylines. I love it right now. I'm going with the latter, saying that the Rams will stump a mud hole in the Detroit Lions. I'm going to the Rams 37-17 right now. Kudos to the Lions. Outside of last week, they have pretty much been competitive in every game. I think this week the Lions get the brakes blown off of them. I'm going with the Rams winning this 37-17. Too many weapons for Los Angeles. Name them. Cooper Kupp, name them. Woods, name them. Higbee, name them. They're all going to have great games. I believe Henderson's going to go off against his Lions' poor run defense. There's just too many weapons for the Rams against this poor Detroit Lions squad. They play hard. I respect Dan Campbell, but they'll go from 0-6 to 0-7 now. Rams win this one easily, 37-17. So they paid $11 million for him and new coach. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. My. Things have changed over the last couple weeks, y'all. Next game on the docket, we see the Bucs at home against Chicago Bears. And I got this 26-14. You're saying why? I do think the Bears will play the Bucs very, very tough in this game. It is not going to be just this going crazy type of ball game for Tom Brady and company. I do think the Bears will force a lot of, not a lot, but a few mistakes from the Buccaneers. The Bears tend to always play these type of games against teams like the Buccaneers. But being at home, the Bucs should win this. Although it doesn't look like it's comfortable, I give it a very comfortable 26-14 win. Justin Fields is going to have to play one hell of a game because the Bears are not going to be able to run against the Bucs. And then it forces Justin Fields to be that playmaker, whether he's running with the football or he's throwing it. He has to be a playmaker, man. Lipnox VR said Bears are so depressing. Yes, they are. Especially if you have anyone on fantasy outside of Montgomery the first couple weeks of the season. David Montgomery is nice, but he is out for another, I think, three weeks. So they had that kid, Herbert or Abear, I don't know what he goes by, but he looked good. But I think you can't run on this Bucs team. You're not going to be able to run against this team. So a lot more Justin Fields, and that's going to equal bad things coming for the Chicago Bears in this game. Look for the Buccaneers to get a lot of turnovers, get a lot of fumble recoveries, something like that. Force the action. Bears, although their defense will keep them in it, their offense will get them out of it. Bucs win this one 26-14, and they'll go to 6-1, looking like one of the better teams in the NFC, along with the Packers and the Rams. All right, speaking of NFC really, really good teams, how about the only undefeated team in the NFL, the Arizona Cardinals? Right now, they are really, really proving me wrong. I've gone against them, twice already? And I've lost both times. Game one against the Titans, and then also this previous game against the Browns. And in Cleveland, as we speak, in Cleveland, Kyler Murray and company put it on the Browns. In Cleveland. That really shocked me. I am a believer now. The Cardinals are that damn good. I think the Cardinals win this one, and guess what? They got the Houston Texans. The Cardinals have played a really tough schedule. Mind you, they have beaten the Rams and beat the brakes off the Rams. They beat the brakes off the Titans. They beat the brakes off the Browns. Now they have the Houston Texans, and they're going to beat the brakes off them too. I say they win this 30-10. 30-10. Their defense, adding J.J. Watt, he doesn't have a single sack yet in this season, but he has been a monster in disruption every single game so far, and he's been healthy. That's a good thing for J.J. Watt. He's healthy. Chandler as well, looking good. So I'm like, hey, this Cardinals team, you see they added Zach Ertz. They added Zach Ertz now. That offense is loaded. D-Hop, A.J. Green, Rondell Moore, Christian Kirk, Zach Ertz. This team is loaded. and they are really saying, you know what, we want to win, and we want to win right now. Arizona, with their defense being so much better from previous years, this might be the best team in the NFL, y'all. The best team in the NFL. I'm done going against the Cardinals, man. He said, Cardinals are so good, all their wide receivers are flex worthy. Yes, they are. All of them. All of them. Christian Kirk can go off. Rondell Moore can go off. Obviously, A.J. Green, and for sure, DeAndre Hopkins. And then you add Zach Ertz to that mix. Zach Ertz fell asleep 2-4, and he woke up 6-0, baby. Let's go. So he's happy on a winning squad. They should beat the Texans squad easily. Davis Mills, I think his time has kind of run out. He had a nice game with the Patriots, and then he got mollywopped last week. So against the Colts, we'll see. Cardinals win is 30-10 pretty easily. Speaking of Colts, we have Sunday Night Football. Let's go. Sunday Night Football. The Indianapolis Colts at the San Francisco 49ers. In my opinion, it's going to be a really good game. I'm really digging this game. I like the fact that I like NFC versus AFC matchups on Sunday Night Football. It just brings an extra type of oomph. You don't see the 49ers and the Colts play every year. I mean, they play every, 4 years, obviously, because of different conferences. But Colts are going to have a mid-upset, a tiny upset. Not a huge one. It's just a tiny upset. We have the Colts winning this one 24-23. Trey Lance is starting quarterback. And look for the Colts. They're very fast sideline to sideline. Now, Trey Lance isn't Lamar Jackson. So it's not going to be that much attention towards anyone's legs. Trey Lance can run that football, so we'll see. But Elijah Mitchell is back now. Maybe he gets more carries. He had about 9 carries last week. I think if the 49ers have a chance to win this game, they got to run it up the Colts' throats and not run it with the quarterback. I think run it with their line and their running back position. I'm going with the Colts win this one 24-23. Maybe a game winning field goal. Carson Wentz over the last 3 weeks now has looked pretty damn good. And I've was the biggest Carson Wentz fan. And in the last couple years, I've been the biggest Carson Wentz critic, man. Like, dude has just been shriveling up in front of our very own eyes. So hopefully things change now because, the Colts really need this. This is a game that you really, really want to get. We know against Houston that was going to be, all right, you should win that. But in a 50-50 kind of game, both teams really need this victory. Let's just be honest. The 49ers have to keep up in that NFC West, and the Colts just want to try and be competitive and maybe make the playoffs because the Titans are going to win the division. That's just said and done, wrapped up, signed, sealed, delivered. Colts are trying to keep up in pace at least for a wild card spot. So these are the type of games that both teams should win. But we're going with a coin flip, and we're saying the Colts are going to win this one 24-23. I think Zach Ertz is on my mind now. I think Carson Wentz makes a little bit more plays than Trey Lance. Colts win this one 24-23 on Sunday Night Football. And we cap it off with Monday Night Football, ladies and gentlemen, as my New Orleans Saints will take on the Seattle Seahawks. And the Saints go marching in. Oh, when the Saints go. I don't know. Every time I pick the Saints to win this year, they have lost. Every time I pick the Saints to lose, they have won. So I'm scared now. As an analyst, I'm going with the Saints winning this one 24-20. No Russell Wilson. Saints have a great defense. They got healthy. Quan Alexander's back. Marcus Davenport is back. That defense is rocking and rolling. Traquan Smith comes back. No Michael Thomas. He's out for 2 more weeks, we're saying. We don't know what that's about. That might be a whole different subject. We don't know. But Michael Thomas hasn't come back to about week 9, sources are saying. But still, the Saints have that defense. Geno Smith is the quarterback. They should eat up Geno Smith. They should give, with Deontay Harris back there, they should give Jameis Winston plenty of great field position in this game. I think they take advantage. Last time they were in Seattle, they won with Teddy Bridgewater as the quarterback. Now they have Jameis Winston. He said, I snapped the Saints on defense. Oh, no. The Saints' defense is going to be just fine. I love their defense. Defense is going to be fine. It's the offense that's going to scare me in this game because they might keep it close. If the offense struggles, it keeps Seattle in the game. No matter how good the defense plays, Seattle will be in the game, and they're at home, so they have a chance. But last time New Orleans went into Seattle, they had Teddy Bridgewater, and they won pretty comfortably as well. We're going to Saints. Monday Night Football, Jameis Winston. It might be a Jameis Winston coming out party. I'm not talking about the 5 touchdowns for 100. No, I'm talking about 300 yards passing. I think Jameis Winston goes for 300 yards in this game. And I think with that bye week now, they're going to be ready to rock and roll, man. So, hey, read them and weave them, y'all. I am 59-35 overall for my pick so far. We have 13 more games from week 7. So we're going with that as well. Week 6 record last week was 9-5. I'm very excited for this. Down in the comments, tell me what is going to be your game of the week. Tell me, how do you think this week will play off? Who's your upset of the week as well? I want to know everything. And who is your team? Who are you rooting for? Let me know. Know down below in the comment section, man. So, thank y'all for the support. Before we go off, man, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, y'all. If you really enjoy hearing this kind of content, NFL content, hey, thumbs up. It really helps out the stream big time. And also subscribe to Uneducated Sports Talk, y'all. Subscribe. And when you do subscribe, hit that bell. Be notified every single time. Hit that all button. You'll be notified every time me and the lovely PJ, we are live breaking down whatever. Tomorrow, guys, we're doing Thursday Night Football. The Denver Broncos at the Cleveland Browns. There will be no Baker Mayfield, so maybe the Browns are in trouble. Maybe the Broncos have a really good chance. You see the score. We said the Broncos win 17-16. So it should be a really tight defensive ball game, in my opinion. One of those grinded out games. I love those games, by the way. And we're going to say that the Broncos win this one 17-16, but we're doing live NFL commentary and play-by-play reaction tomorrow of the Broncos at the Browns. And stay tuned for notifications of games that we're doing on Sunday. I'll let you guys know by Friday what games we're playing on Sunday. And we're doing, because we're not doing Monday Night Football, so we might just do Sunday Night Football instead, which is the 49ers and the Colts. So I'll let you guys know in just another day or two, y'all. Thank you for the love and the support, man. And I'm just thankful every single time that I come on here and people come and they like it and they look it up and they join us. So thank y'all for everything, man. This is Uneducated Sports Talk for the lovely PJ. I'm your host, Carlos Clayton, and we will see you guys tomorrow for Thursday Night Football. Broncos at Browns. 249 subscribers. Our goal is 300 subscribers. Let's get there, because when we get there, someone's going to win $300, y'all. So go ahead and like and subscribe and be part of the Uneducated Sports Talk Nation, man. Lip Knox VR. Sunday late night OT game with delay and rain. Oh, no, I hope not, man. I hope not. And they're in San Francisco, so I'm hoping it doesn't rain in California, right? It shouldn't rain in California. You never know, man. Lip Knox VR, thank you for the love, man. And don't forget, y'all, if you're watching this, if you love virtual reality, man, check out my boy Lip Knox VR. He is the GOAT, the guru of virtual reality games. He has all the breakdowns of every game you like. So if you are there and you like virtual reality and that's your thing, if you're a gamer, check out Lip Knox VR, man. That's my dude, man. He's the GOAT when it comes down to virtual reality, man. Almost at 250 subscribers. That's right. We are almost there. That being said, man, thank y'all for the love and support once again, man. For PJ, your boy Carlos Clayton. This is Uneducated Sports Talk. See you guys Thursday for Thursday Night Football. As all sports fans, you guys know what time it is. Stay smart. Stay uneducated. Peace. Love you, mama. We out.